He's looking for any. He's lost like 50 bets in a row.
All right,
He's
looks
looking
like
for
we're
any
live
kind of
again.
inside.
We're gonna
This
try
is
this
a
again.
dynasty.
I hope we
It was
are
pretty close to
coming
50
with
bets in a row. There was
sound.
one bet that I won in there.
Sound.
Oh, we're coming with
I
the
think you guys
sound,
were-
the sound, the sound, the sound. What do you think? Anything coming up?
Mic check. 1, 2. Baby check. Baby 1.
What the fuck happened?
What was that? What
Oh,
was
we
that?
have sound. Yes.
Oh,
that's a good.
That was
We
annoying.
are back. That was the best. thing
Only
you ever
for
heard.
19 more minutes.
That
We'll
was
see.
annoying.
Let's get it rolling again here, buddy.
All right, let's pick it up. Let's pick
All
it
right,
up.
let's try this again. So, welcome back, everybody. We had some technical difficulties.
We're gonna blame it on YouTube
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. We're going to
No.
send a strongly worded email.
to their CEO.
Strongly worded email.
Yes.
I like it.
And we
man.
can
I
settle
like it.
for a couple of 40s and a free subscription. That if you can send us checks.
Can we get to the
Couple of 40s.
the YouTube Plus, whatever that is? I don't even know. There is a YouTube.
Ooh,
It's not
is it?
worth it.
Wow.
It's not.
It's not
Not
worth it.
worth
Hold
it.
on, hold on. You
Not
can't.
worth it. Yeah, it's
you-
whack.
Wow.
You can't endorse them and then put them
Yeah, you
down.
can't- I know, you-
in the same sentence. At least,
Man,
say
so much
period.
for trying to sell
We're not
ourselves.
endorsing YouTube. We've had technical difficulties 3 times now already.
Okay. So Harrison Bucker, he had surgery. He said everything went well. We will see you in 4 weeks. Just as long as you're fine and healthy by the time we hit the playoffs, we will be fine. But meanwhile, we signed somebody from the Jets squad, Mr. Spencer Schrader. I heard a lot about him. The longest he's ever kicked a field goal, his longest is 54 yards when he was in college.
Right.
And actually, he started out with the Jets. Oh, actually, was it Indianapolis Colts?
Yes.
Maybe he bounced around.
Yeah.
He
And
did,
then,
he did the Colts first, and then he did the Jets.
yeah, so he started and he hit some point afters and a couple of field goals, and then of course the Jets are just a terrible organization. They put them in the practice squad for some reason, and they're just bad. So I think it's a really good pickup. Meanwhile,
He's 3 for 3 on the year.
yeah, I think Andy Reid is going to feel comfortable just put him out there for a 35-yarder, 45-yarder.
So last year that Buckner missed a game? Was it 2 years ago? Last year when we had Michael Wright.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
They sent Michael Wright out there for a 59-yard field goal that he hit. So
David, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Is it Mike David Wright? It was Wright. His last name was Wright.
No, I was just
what
saying.
happened to him? Is he on a what happened to him?
Why did we not ask him back? I don't know.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Actually, when they were talking about
maybe he kicked a girl in a hotel. Maybe that happened.
I mean, is it on video?
So David Davis Jr. says, "Good spending my wife's birthday with you boys at Astra
That's,
Fanboy."
Yeah.
Freedom Rock could not be here tonight because it's his wife's birthday.
What's up, Freedom Rock?
Happy birthday, Aunt. What up?
Freedom. Go ahead, T.I. You gonna say something?
No, I just said, what's up, Freedom Rock? Thanks for shouting us out there.
Oh
Man, I was actually I've been distracted by this matchup. There's a matchup, Goyat is it versus Nunez. Man, it's kind of a banger right now. Actually, these guys are throwing.
Okay, that's
Nunez
what you were
is
saying?
gonna win. Nunez is gonna win.
Is that Amanda's? Is that Amanda's brother?
No, I know, right?
So Juju Smith-Schuster's back, so he'll
Yes.
be in the lineup.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So then, so what is he third then? So Xavier Worthy and then D Hop. Man, I fucking knew when we signed D Hop. I'm thinking he's number one. He's gonna be our number one.
Yeah,
There's nobody else. He's gonna be our number one. So that's where he is. So number 2, Xavier Worthy. So number 3, Juju Smith-Schuster, right? So that means McCall Hardman will come in every
I
once in a
say
while.
Juju be 2.
Well, Watson,
Worthy
Travis
3.
Travis Kelsey.
Well,
Yeah,
tight end, but like receivers.
We're not talking about we're talking about wide receivers.
What about Watson? He gets some catches.
Justin Watson?
Yeah,
Justin Watson?
No, he'll get bumped.
Oh, for Juju?
Well,
Juju
We'll carry 4 receivers. So I mean, but I hear what you're saying. Who are going to be the top 3?
Yeah,
I don't
who's the
think
top
this
3?
first game back. It just depends on how long he's been
Because
back.
he wasn't
how
even
long has he been practicing?
Yeah, he wasn't even number 3 when he
Yeah,
was playing with us. So yeah, you're right.
Buffalo has top 5 defense. So I mean, we're probably going to see everybody. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
You know
we're
what?
going to see everybody.
They have a lot of injuries too. So the Kincaid's not playing, Coleman's not playing. So and we have a good defense as well. So it might be a low scoring game. And
They got somebody else too. That
We'll
you
see.
said, Coleman, and then Kincaid, and then who else? Amari Cooper. Yeah, he's questionable.
Aren't the
Oh,
Bills
yeah,
the
Amari-
second
yeah, Amari
highest?
Cooper.
Now, aren't the Bills the second highest scoring team in the NFL right now?
I want to
Maybe.
say
Yeah,
no.
they're-
I
Are they?
believe so.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
I know
were
the Ravens are
maybe.
first.
They were up
And
there.
the Bengals ain't up. The Bengals. Have to be
Oh,
up
the
there.
Yeah,
Bengals
Bengals
are up there
there,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Bengals
the
are
top
up.
3 teams.
I
I
don't
don't
know
what
if the
order.
Bengals were up there because they took
They
them
were.
a long time to start getting up there. though.
Risky Ray is going to take the Buffalo Bills to win on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, y'all know
Hold
Risky
on.
Ray.
Hold on. Do we know-
He
do
did
you-
that on
opposite.
purpose. He
I
did that on
told you.
purpose.
I told Risky this
My man.
earlier when we was upstairs. I was like, you know that Patrick Mahomes is 11-1 versus when he's an underdog,
Yep.
and he's 12-0 with the point spread.
Yes, I know.
He's
Is it-
covered every time
I know.
So
Tell
this-
him what you did on Monday, Joe. Tell him what you did
on Monday.
on Monday. Yeah, tell me. You sent me a little text message. tell him what you did. Joe.
Hey,
tell him. What
Hey,
you
so
did.
on Monday, my football pick'ems, it came down to there's like 3 left. Three of our guys were tied at the top, right? So it's going to come down to points. So I text Risky and I'm like, hey man, what's your point total for this game? He said it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Go high. I'm like, thanks, man. I'm going to go low. I was like,
He
you say
faded
hi?
me.
I was like, you say hi? I'm going low, man.
He straight faded me.
And I went low and I won.
And he won. And he
Nice.
won. So in the
Yeah.
spirit of fading Risky Ray, I am taking the Bills, not the point spread, just the Bills to win, money line, and James Cook score a touchdown.
Okay.
You're welcome. You're
So-
welcome, Chiefs fans. I mean, obviously, yes, Chiefs fans, love
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do it. Keep the undefeated season going.
So Isaiah Pacheco and Omenia Hoodoo are both back.
They're
And,
practicing, right?
They're practicing.
Yeah,
They're practicing full practice, but they are not going to be playing this weekend. But they'll be ready to go next weekend.
Man, I'm really excited to see the 1-2 punch of Pacheco and Hunt in the backfield.
We need to come up with a nice
too.
1-2 nickname for them. We'll think about that all weekend. We'll
Yeah.
come back and then we'll go over our ideas. Nobody say anything.
Okay.
We'll come back
Okay.
with our ideas, and for you viewers out there, you can come back and then let us know what your nickname would be for the 2 right there. Ooh, you can even if you want, you can even add a Carson Steele, Alligator Steele to that mix also.
A
So-
3-headed monster?
Ooh,
Mm.
three-headed monster. That's
Ooh,
nice.
where's Gojira?
I-
Where's
I-
Gojira to
I
fight
feel-
that 3-headed monster?
I feel like when Pacheco's back and it's him and Hutt, Steele's not going to see the field at all.
Me too.
He will.
Agreed. He
Hey,
won't.
no, he'll go.
Oh, on special
he'll-
teams?
No,
On
he'll
special
come.
teams?
Yep, special teams, bro.
The reason why we
Yeah.
even picked him up because we treated him like a fullback. He'll come back with those type of roles now.
No,
But
I do-
fullbacks don't play really.
Yeah, I do like when he runs, but man, the fumbles is
That hurt him.
man,
That hurt him. That
One,
hurt him.
how
But
many fumbles?
2. But,
But-
2?
remember when
but now
Isaiah,
it's scary every time you see him, right?
remember when Isaiah was running? We had Carson Steele out there, well, as a number 2, but also as a fullback. We were using him as a fullback. We were going back to a fullback, and I think we'll go back to the old playbook when Isaiah comes back.
Can you guys give me any ideas on percentage
I'll
of
be right.
usage?
Ooh, that's a good question. So
percentage
Well,
usage for
when he
Isaiah?
comes back,
I can answer
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
I will say first game back, it's going to be 60-40 Kareem, right? And really
Yes.
depending on how that game goes, right? How
Yeah.
effective each one of them are, whoever outplays whoever is going to get the lion's share of the carries the following game. That's the way I see it playing out.
Okay, what about later on as the season
Well,
progresses?
I would say the next 2 games, I think he's going to get maybe 30-40%.
What about as long as the season progresses?
It'll
What
go
does that
up.
look-
I think-
what does that
I
It'll
look
think-
go
like?
up at like 10%
Pacheco.
each
Yeah,
game.
here's the thing. If Pacheco's Pacheco, when he comes back, he's going to have that starting job within the next 2 to 3 games, right?
Right.
He'll be reestablished.
He
but-
will not be
and-
100% in football 100% until he hits the playoffs.
but another thing, like Hunt, you can see Hunt is starting to wind down a little bit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
starting,
because you can
know what
only
I
take
mean?
a beating so much, and
And
he's
he's
taking
been-
a beating every
So
week.
he's
Well,
been
he's
getting a
playing
lot of
25,
carries.
yeah.
This last game, he only got like 14 carries.
Right, yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm-
before that, he was getting like 27.
You know why? Because we abandoned the run. We
22.
had a pass.
Yeah, it's man. I think he's gotten worn down a little bit. So him seeing Pacheco, that's gonna be like a godsend for him.
I
I
bet
know,
he
I
should be
know.
excited about that.
give
Actually,
me a little break.
Yeah.
Let me be a little bit more
And
fresher. man.
Omenihu should put a little spark in our defense. That but we're still low on sacks, man. We're still low on sacks.
so we're in the top 3 or top 4 in
In
pressures.
pressures.
But to your
Yeah.
point, we just can't take that extra step to get to the quarterback.
Well, you know what I know is when Baker Mayfield was in town that he was throwing faster than any time in his career. Every time we faced Tom Brady, he would throw fast. We faced Tua, he would throw fast. So I think they figured out, man, if we just throw quick passes, they can't get to us. And that's what's frustrating.
Well, I mean, that's what the NFL is about right now. I mean, you got to get rid of that ball in less than 3.2 seconds.
All right, let's give
That's it.
some insights or tips on how to win the game this weekend.
So
What?
real quick on what
Oh, not
Risky-
there yet.
what Risky said about quarterbacks that get the ball out. Do you feel like Patrick Mahomes is holding the ball forever these days?
Okay, so I was there and I was watching him, obviously under pressure, and he went back. Goes back 2 years ago too, as well. And I'm watching the wide receivers, and all of them are covered. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is holding the ball, but he's holding the ball because all of them are covered.
But you know what I noticed about these wide receivers that are out and about? They're not trying to get open when Patrick Mahomes scrambles. I noticed that. Not like before, like Tyreek Hill, not like before, like McCole Hardman. They were like, okay, everything got fucked up. Let me hurry up and try to get open somehow, some way. But these wide receivers, they're like stopped and
They're
like,
not ad-libbing.
No, they're not. They're still young. They're still like not figuring it out.
I'm telling you, Matt Nagy, man. I'm telling you, Matt Nagy needs to get a head coaching job and go and go.
So-
And then
so,
we bring
I
back
think
Eric
Matt
Bieniemy, and
Nagy
then we
has
bring
nothing
out
to
plays.
do with people wanting to get open and prolong the.
Sure he
the game.
does.
So,
Sure he does. He's in that locker room. All of that has.
I'll tell you that Tyreek was the best at doing that.
Yes.
He
Yeah, he
was the
was.
best
Yep.
at, like, when the
Oh,
play
yeah.
went and Mahomes was scrambling, he was the best at getting open and making a huge play.
And
Trav
Kelsey,
still does
and Kelsey's amazing with that too. He always has been.
Right.
Those two.
So me and Joe, you and I got into a little text message argument. You said that Patrick Mahomes has plenty of time. I said he had no time. So
Well, that was kind of back and forth because there was sometimes that he didn't have any time, but I felt like he was holding the ball too long.
He was.
holding the ball too
There's
long.
that trust factor with the wide receivers. Now, obviously, D-Hop's going to be, D-Hop, and he's going to take those chances. But he's not trusting any of the other receivers. He's
yeah,
not.
what's your keys to the game?
It's the same thing I mentioned last week. Actually, it's turnovers. The Bills are actually number 1 in turnover ratio. They're plus 11, and then the Chiefs were -2. We're towards the bottom half. So it comes back to if Patrick Mahomes could protect the ball, and if we can keep us from fumbling, I believe we win the game. We can't afford to fumble against the Bills
Does this win
or throw interceptions.
Obviously, if we win on Sunday, obviously it helps. It solidifies number 1 seed, damn near solidifies it.
Yeah.
Like that, we got it, right?
It does.
But as this undefeated season grows and keeps going, let's say it does get past the Bills, and then we got Carolina next, and yada yada yada, and it goes. We get to a certain point, you're like, all right, we are 16-0. We got one more game left. Do we rest our players? Do we
Nope.
go for the perfect season? Do we need to lose one
Important.
before we get into
If we're-
the playoffs?
If
Like,
we're 16-0, you go for the perfect season.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
100% do.
yeah. But then, I mean, like, I almost don't want to have a perfect season because then the three-peat may not be possible. Because you throw a perfect season on top of a three-peat,
That's a lot of pressure.
that's a lot of
But-
pressure.
but
We
I
still
think-
want it.
I think
we
Mahomes.
still want.
I think
it.
Mahomes loves pressure. He's best when he's coming back. He's at his best when we're down 10 points.
Right?
I mean, his win percentage when he's down 10 points is by
764.
far the best ever in the
Yeah.
NFL history ever. By far. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So I think he loves that pressure. And can you imagine an undefeated season and a three-peat?
That would be
Everybody-
That's goat.
If
Goat.
you didn't, if
That
you,
would be goat.
The conversation's over.
Our conversation's over.
And anybody that doesn't live in Kansas City would hate the Chiefs.
Well, they already do.
They already
And I
do.
would love
Hey,
it. And I
Breaking
would
news,
love
they
it.
already do,
Yeah.
but they'll
Bring
hate
the
us
hate.
more.
Bring the hate.
So I think
Bring it.
my keys to the game will be I'm not worried about the tight end anymore because they're started. Well, then again, D Knox, he's not too bad. Not much wide receivers. I think if we strip, or I say if we sack, what's his name? Allen?
Yeah,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
they got to contain him, man.
Yeah. If we sack him at least 3 times, we win the game. I'm not going to talk about offense and how many touchdowns, whatever. I think if we get to him and sack him 3 times, I think we win the game.
Okay. I'm going to go back to what we were just talking about.
Oh,
I
geez.
think
Just give your keys to the game.
it was going to be the keys. It's the key to the game. Mahomes has to
Part
get the
two?
ball out fast. He can't be holding it. Get the ball out fast. Let's do quick hits, move the ball down the field, make plays. I think our defense will step up. I don't think weather's going to be a factor, right? I know it's in Buffalo, but I think it's going to be a pretty just.
It's
normal-
3D. The afternoon
Yeah.
game. It's going to be
No,
chilly
no.
later on.
Yeah, no
but-
crazy
It's gonna
weather.
be 40s. It's gonna be perfect football weather
Yeah.
around this time in Buffalo. That's crazy. So no excuses.
Right.
We're out there with the mafia, and hey, let's bring it on. So did everybody give their keys?
I think we all got our keys in. Yeah. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
All right. Okay. Then let's move on to. Are you? Oh,
You
wait,
wanna
are we
hit-
ready to move on or what?
Yeah. You want to hit KU real quick?
You want to slide over? Or?
Oh, no, I'm
No,
fine.
we-
I'm good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we can talk about their football, and we can
Let's,
talk about their basketball. You want to bring up football a
Let's
little
do
bit?
football real quick. There's
Okay.
not too much football to talk about. But let's do
But-
football.
They have been playing very well the last 2 games, and they're going to be going against BYU, which is ranked number 6.
They're up there. They're 9-0. They're undefeated.
Yeah, so they're in our division. We're going to play against them at BYU, right? It's not in Arrowhead, right?
You mean
Eh,
conference?
Sorry. Yeah.
Same conference.
Same conference. So it's going to be a fun, tough game. But I think now that I've seen the last 2 or 3 games, I think our offense looks like what KU was supposed to be from the beginning.
So we've really had an opportunity to win every game. We've blown almost every game we've lost. We've blown it.
Turnovers.
We've done something stupid. For the past couple games, we've stopped doing the stupid shit, and
Right.
we're winning.
Where
And we're winning.
the
Yeah.
hell has that been all season?
Yeah. If we had just cut all that dumbass bullshit out, we'd probably 9-0, 8-1 maybe
And we've lost
right.
pretty much every game with 6
in the fourth quarter, and we've been
6 or less points.
Yeah. So I think we have a really good chance to beat BYU. It's going to be a good game. They're not blowing us out, that's for sure. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, Rock Chalk, baby. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. I'm gonna watch it.
Basketball, baby.
All right.
Champions
Oh.
Classic. What
So-
up?
Our boy self. I'm not. I don't care about records. But what would you say? So I surpassed Fog Allen and wins and yep, your boy Bill Self surpasses Fog Allen with the most wins in KU history. Congratulations, Bill. I know you're gonna be
Congrats,
watching
Bill.
this.
Go.
Bill, yeah,
Go.
you're gonna be watching this later on after practice.
So
Go.
you know when Roy Williams left, I was so mad.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
me
like,
too.
Fuck him, dude. Well, and then
Trainer.
this Bill Self guy come in. I'm like,
Who's this Bill Self
no.
guy?
What
From
made
Oklahoma?
What made it even
What the
worse
fuck's this?
is Roy Williams leaves and he goes to North Carolina, his alma mater. And
Oh,
I was like,
winning
well, I guess. And then he wins a
championships.
championship like 2 years later.
Yeah.
Like, how
man.
dare
So-
you?
But you know what?
Yeah, right.
It worked out because man, Bill Self came in here.
Wow,
And
yeah.
he became the GOAT. Man.
He did. He did. I mean,
There's
there's no like a monkey on the shoulder.
No,
There's none
man.
of that on the back yet. There's none of that. Like he got rid of all
Mm.
of that.
we're not playing good at
But
all.
to the game against Michigan State. Walter, did you watch this game?
Yes, I did.
So it was a hard game to watch, man. They were throwing bricks out there.
Oh man,
They're
dude, Zeke.
fucking-
Zeke Mayo, man, dude,
But-
he was freaking all.
But
game,
Michigan
wide
State
open
themselves
stuff,
were
dude.
terrible.
No,
It was-
they
It's
were
like
even
we're-
worse.
yeah,
They
we're
were
like
even
we're both-
worse,
Both
man.
terrible, and it's like a low scoring game in the first. That was at 20s.
Yeah,
25
to
20
It
something?
was
So
insane.
no, you
Well,
say
that's-
Zeke Mayo was throwing the bricks, but he was doing assists and rebounding.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was doing that.
Well, there was plenty of assists and rebounding
Yeah,
going. I
that's
mean,
right.
rebounding and blocks going, but dang,
So-
I mean,
So Michigan State was 3 of 24 from
Yeah.
3 points.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
All
is-
we
oh
had
my
to do is
God.
just sit down, relax, let's hit some shots because they're not, and
Yeah,
they didn't.
exactly.
And we was 5 of 17, which is not great at all, but it was better
No.
than
I think the big stage and the Champions Classic and all of that, the teams, Duke, Kentucky, there, like all of that. I mean, dude, you're an 18-year-old kid. You go out there and you're like, "Yeah, I got to perform in front of all these guys. There's NBA scouts here. I mean, the pressure, the lights,
Yeah.
man. It gets to everybody. And sometimes when that happens,
So
you go cold.
So
You go
saying
cold.
that, I was thinking that Hunter Dickerson was going to like not be a big factor this year because we got all these all these other big names.
No,
No,
He's-
man,
he's-
28 and 12, man.
I
He's-
know.
He was the only one really stepping up in the beginning.
Yeah,
He's like,
oh,
"Come on,
yeah.
guys! Come
he
on,
had like
guys!
the first 10 points.
You know, just give me the
Yeah.
fucking ball, guys. I mean, what are you guys doing? Come on, man! I can't be the only one over here," which he was for the first few points.
He was.
I think I think it's because there's so many brand new players and they got their own
Yeah,
little
yeah.
individual game. It's going to take a while. And Bill Self's teams always takes a while to mesh because everybody has their own game. Bill Self's team is not like a Michigan State. It's not like a North Carolina. It's not like a Duke where you get that one big superstar and a second one, and then you just feed them a ball. This is Bill Self's team. What am I?
Yeah. What we have a lot of talent on this team. It's going to take a while to mesh. I think it's going to take a little bit to mesh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for
I
sure.
mean, like you got so many moving parts, and then he'll start to figure it out, and then he'll start working things together. I mean, I think Bill Self is on a mission, man. Like the core is returning with Harris, Hunter, and Adams, and you have that core right there. And then last year when Adams we did go out, Jay Billis was talking about this, and when Adams would go out last year, tweak a little hamstring or something like that. It was detrimental to the game, and it's like, man, who's going to step up next? But now there's 3-4 guys that can just plug right
plenty of
in.
And
shooters,
Harris
man.
too.
That's what I'm
Harris
saying.
at the point guard because I like when Zeke
Yeah.
Hale was bringing the ball up.
Yeah.
Thank you, 2020. We have
Yeah.
Harris. I mean, like I think he can get another championship.
Oh yeah,
I think he can get another championship. I think so too. We're on a mission. Where's Willie Wishes at?
Yeah, well, I'll just text him to come on down because Raymond, I want to get any picks, man. I know no one wants to hear your picks, but
I
go
know. No one
Go
wants to
ahead.
hear my picks.
Go
Well,
ahead
I mean,
go ahead and let us know your picks, and we'll get Willie Wishes down here. See what he thinks about your picks.
well, tomorrow I like Georgia
Okay.
against Tennessee. That's one of my locks.
That's a lock. That's a big
That-
game.
yeah. I like Georgia over
Okay.
Tennessee. That's one of my locks.
Just money line on that.
Money line on that.
So is Georgia favored?
I believe Georgia is favored in that game. Yes. Hold on,
Okay.
let me double check. I'm looking at it right now.
You got the UG. Or is it GU? It's GU.
Colorado. Give me Colorado. Give me Colorado.
Over who? Who are they playing?
Colorado is playing Utah. Utah all
Okay,
day.
Yeah. So Colorado. You're
Colorado.
doing money line on that?
Yeah, because I'm not taking 12.5.
Oh, they're giving up 12.5.
12.5.
I guess Utah hasn't. They've been shit. I thought they were supposed to be good, but they haven't been shit this year.
Yeah, they looked kind of decent last game.
I mean, they're stepping into the Big 12, man. They play the big boys now.
Let me look at that.
Oh,
Let me look at
got
that.
the bet slips there. You hold on to those.
It's
Waltz.
going. It's okay. I'll say Kansas plus 2.5. No, don't take Kansas plus 2.5. Yes, I take BYU. BYU at 2.5 all day long over Kansas.
So KU's getting points? No, they're
Yeah.
giving points.
Giving points.
Oh, they're BYU's giving the points.
BYU's giving points.
Okay. Only 2.5.
2.5.
So
Thank-
BYU is 9-0. They're playing in whatever
in Birmingham, wherever the fuck.
Utah, right?
Yeah,
Somewhere?
something like
Right.
that. Yeah.
And
Right.
they're only
It's
getting 2 points over KU.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
been going up and
Oh,
down.
man.
2.5, 3, back down to 2.5. It's been fluctuating.
So take BYU.
Yeah, take BYU big.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Willie?
Big.
Willie
Yeah,
Wishes?
yeah,
No.
BYU.
Yeah, she
KU
take-
has not been beat big all year.
It's 3 points.
True, but I
It's
understand
3
that.
points.
You definitely take BYU.
You take BYU. Yeah, 3 points. That's all day long.
All right. Before you get out of here, Risky.
Hold on. Let me get.
Oh,
Let me
you
get.
got another one?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
for Georgia. Oh, here it is. 9.5. Yes, money line. Georgia over Tennessee.
Oh, man.
Man,
Okay,
now-
okay.
mm.
So before you get out of here, Risky Ray, what is your Tyson versus Paul pick?
I gotta go Tyson, but I'm gonna bet on the draw.
Tyson in a draw.
Tyson in a draw.
First round knockout.
Look, like okay, so I looked at the lines, and the lines say that somebody's gonna win in the third round, or it's gonna be a draw, Look, it's either Jake Paul in the third or Tyson in the third. You look at the lines, that's the smallest one. All the other ones are plus 21 to 1, 28 to 1, 34 to 1.
I do agree.
And
with
I'm
that.
like, third round. I was like, third round is where it's at. I was like, one of those guys are gonna win, or it's going to be a draw.
I got Paul in a decision. It's gonna go all the way. Paul's gonna win decision. I mean, I
Isn't
love
that
Mike
still a
Tyson,
draw?
but Mike Tyson is 58 years old, man.
Yeah.
58 years old.
I mean, how old was George Foreman when he finally retired?
But
That's a good
Foreman
point.
was a different dude. He just took.
He was,
He's
a,
a-
cha- he
he's a
was a
big-
champion.
He was a champion.
He was a
baby.
champion.
That's a different dude.
All right, let's move on. So we got Risky Ray's bets. Hey, before you go, Risky Ray, somebody just said, I logged in to see Rare 2. Is that you?
That was
That could be me.
that was Freedom Rock.
Right.
That was Freedom Rock.
Well, what's RAR2?
I don't know what that is.
All right.
No
Thank
clue.
you, Risky Ray, for your insight.
Yeah.
Rewind this and listen to his bets and do the opposite.
Do the opposite. And
The
you'll
very
win.
opposite.
And
very
Willie
you'll
Wishes
win.
has joined us. Willie Wishes,
Take Buffalo, baby.
what are your bets for the weekend? Or
Okay, so if you guys have been keeping up with NBA, I hope you guys are
Okay.
jumping on
NBA?
the Cleveland
NBA.
train.
Are they 13 and 0?
They are 13 and 0.
About to be 14-0 after today.
Oh, who are they playing today?
They are playing Chicago.
Okay, so you're taking the Cavs or the Bulls?
Well, I'm taking the Cavs. I mean, I think the money line, it's the point spread is 9.5, which I think is kind of high. But money line all day. Cleveland's going to stay undefeated.
Right on, right on. What else we got?
Okay, so for the boxing match, I'm definitely going Mike Tyson. I just don't see how Jake Paul can actually win unless it's staged.
So Tyson in a decision or
First round knockouts, what I got.
Hey,
I saw his bet slip. Yeah.
Yeah,
and once he's done with his bet slip, I do want to say something about the Tyson Paul fight, but go ahead.
no. I mean, that's what I'm going with. I mean, what do you got?
No, so I just wanted to say this about the Tyson Paul fight, right? I think a lot of people are worried about the age. Obviously, he's 30 years older than Jake Paul, right?
Yeah.
But some people might be thinking about, well, wait a minute. The last time Mike Tyson fought, his last professional fight, right? Because this is a professional fight tonight, by the way.
Right.
His last professional fight, he actually quit on the stool in between rounds.
Yeah.
He was
got-
fighting against Pete McMurray or some shit like that. But here's my point. When he quit back then and when he talked about it, he says he quit because he had no motivation to fight anymore. He sat there and he thought, was like, what am I fighting for? He didn't know what he was fighting for anymore. So right now, I feel like he is of a different mindset of the last time we actually seen Tyson in a professional fight, right? It doesn't mean he's going to go in there and be as good as he was back then. But I do think that it means that he's going to go out there and he's going to die on his sword tonight. Whether that means he goes out there and he just gets picked apart after getting tired after a while. But I see him going in there. I'm calling it a second round knockout.
Who, Mike Tyson?
Oh, yeah. Mike
Okay.
Tyson all day.
All right. So we heard everybody else's. I'm going to give mine. Mike Tyson still has a lot of power. Not, of course, not like he used to be, but being in the 50s, it's not that old, ladies and gentlemen. It is not that old. And he looked good. He can hit harder than anybody that Jake Paul has faced against. That's going to hurt.
Facts.
Now, I will say that nobody's going to knock anybody out. It's going to be a draw. Or probably decision. I don't know.
a draw. Like
Yeah.
when Risky said is in a decision a draw, I guess.
Yeah.
And this kind of
Because think about it, guys.
Yeah,
So the gloves are heavier than usual.
they're doing
And-
14-ounce gloves over the regular 10-ounce.
They're only doing 8 rounds, and they're shorter rounds. What, 2.5?
2-minute rounds.
2-minute round.
2-minute rounds, 8 rounds. Yeah, it's still a lot of battling, but it's going to be pretty short.
Yeah, those 2-minute rounds definitely favor Tyson. The bigger gloves favor Jake Paul. I think if you start to break it down, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But I think it's going to come down to boxing skill. And the fact that it's going to be those 2-minute rounds, that means that I think Tyson can go in there and just overwhelm him in the first round. And I think he'll be able to have the energy to overwhelm him in the second round.
anybody- sorry.
I honestly do not see Jake Paul making it out of the second round. Mike Tyson is not going to lose to Jake Paul. I'm telling you right now. You can call it. He is not losing to Jake Paul.
Does
Facts.
anybody remember the last time actually the Mike Tyson fought? How many years ago was that?
Well, he fought Roy Jones Jr. Was that?
That doesn't
years
count.
ago.
That's,
Yeah,
that
was
was
that
a
2 years
fucking
ago?
joke.
That was the
That
fight I
a
was talking
joke.
about where he quit on the stool, but I don't remember. It was like about
No.
30 years
No,
ago.
Roy
not
Jones
Roy
Jr.
Jones
that,
Jr.
that went to
No,
a
I think he's talking about his last professional fight.
yeah.
Yeah, no, Roy Jones Jr. was an exhibition,
exhibition,
kind of like
yes.
this.
So that
yeah.
was that was you don't remember how
The
long
one
ago?
I was talking
Yeah.
about, yeah, that was at least 20
20
years ago.
No, he says his last official fight was 20 years ago.
There you go.
20
That was it.
years ago. Wow. Okay.
One more thing though, real quick. Jake Paul, you got to remember he fought Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is not that big, guys, and he could not knock out Nate Diaz. So when I look at this fight, he's never been against a heavyweight, and weight divisions matter.
Yeah.
I'm
No, for
telling, I'm
sure.
trying to tell you guys, like, I don't even get why people are even entertaining that it's going to be a draw.
Mike Tyson has
And I
never
could
been
be wrong.
Mike Tyson has never been knocked out cold.
Never.
He
Knocked
you know
out?
he
Yes,
lost.
He has.
No, knocked
Not
out cold.
cold.
No.
Like cuckoo in like 10, whatever. He was trying to get his mouthpiece. Yeah. He was dazed. Oh, yeah.
That was a
Buster
legitimate
Douglas
knockout.
deal, whatever. Sure. Yeah. He knocked him down, but he'd never been knocked out.
Never knocked out. Lennox Lewis beat his ass.
You know, and this
But
hasn't
did
been
knock him
said. The journey that Mike Tyson's been on since he's been retired is actually, and he's been on a beautiful journey. If you look at the man, like the way he's changed, the things that he's got involved in, and I think that's why a lot of people are nervous about. They're like, man, Mike Tyson became this great person, and the last thing they want to see is him lose to a clown like Jake Paul. Seriously, they don't want to see him get hurt. I don't think that'll happen. But the last thing we want to see is his legacy.
That's not my legacy. That's not gonna
His
be my
legacy. And he says he don't care, but
Nobody cares.
that he cares.
Right? I die.
Oh,
You're
no,
all dust. Everybody's
yeah,
dust.
go to dust.
This
Go to
fight's about
dust.
legacy.
Fuck that.
So, Ti, if you wouldn't mind, can we let
Yes, sir.
Dolo get on here real quick?
We have a guest.
He wants to give his 2 cents on the fight that we're about to watch here in a little bit. Or we like Willie Wishes don't get out of here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm out of here, man. Thank you guys.
All right,
for having
Willie.
me on.
Thank you, Willie Wishes.
Hey, we will see you
Hey.
upstairs for the fight, buddy.
The Chiefs win this weekend, just so that you know.
Oh, you're not like Risky Ray
No.
taking Buffalo.
No,
No.
Yeah, that
fuck
dude is that dude is crazy.
No way.
Yeah, he said he was trying to
That's
switch
why,
it
that's why he's risky, Ray.
up.
All right, next up here on the Astra Boys, it's like a clown car. My friend, go ahead and put on your puzzle of a headphones
Let's see if
there.
we get
Be
those
fun.
headphones
Let's
on,
see,
yeah.
let's see.
Oh,
yeah,
First
yeah,
time
yeah.
trier.
Some people have
Nah.
problems with that.
Yeah, but that's because he set it up for him. Introduce yourself.
Yo, my name Darion. I go by Dolo.
Man, why you gotta talk like that for, man?
He had that nice low voice.
Why you make us look stupid like that, man?
Welcome to the podcast,
Shit.
Dolo.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, do me a favor and say, hey, this is Barry White.
Have you heard that whole thing about Barry White
Mm-mm.
going down to Baylor?
No.
Hey, Barry
yeah.
White cordially invite your ass to
It's pretty funny. It's pretty
damn it,
funny.
Tony, I'm trying to do a cut here.
Yeah, you have to look it up. It's pretty funny.
All right, what do you have on the fight tonight?
Tyson.
You have Tyson. Is it gonna be a knockout? You just a decision?
It's definitely a knockout. Have you seen Tyson neck recently? It's like
Man,
Nah.
and I'm with you, man. And I've seen the workouts, but the dude is 58. I just come back to the dude is 58 years old. He's 58. I mean, I was the biggest Mike Tyson fan ever, and I want Mike Tyson to beat this dude's ass, but I just don't know if he can.
The
He's
50s is the
58.
new
Hey.
30s, Joe.
So before Dolo responds, I just want to have you think about this. So George Foreman was 55 years old when he came back and won the heavyweight championship title from Michael Moore, right? So my question is this: at 55, do you think George Foreman was in better shape than Mike Tyson is at 58?
So do you
That's the
remember?
question.
Okay, do you remember that fight versus Michael Moore?
I do. He was getting his ass kicked, and then he caught him with the straight right punch.
He caught him with one punch, dude. One punch, and he was done.
But that's all that matters, bro.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
so he
yeah.
wasn't in the best shape. George Foreman, he's big, fat. He came back, and it was like an impossible comeback. And what did he do? He was taking the punches. He was taking, but that's that sweet ass jab that he had, and he ended up catching him. You know why? Because he was playing the little rope-a-dope against the rope. He was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
well, you got me.
So Dolo, what round do you think is going to like early or he's gonna catch him late? When do you think?
I think it has to be early.
I think so too.
I think
yeah.
Father Time gonna catch up with him late.
Right? Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I mean, you can't just tag that up to experience with him being 58.
I will say if Tyson does get a knockout, it's be round 1 or maybe 2. If it gets past that, he's gonna get gassed. And I mean, Jake Paul's was he 28? Is that what he is?
I believe so.
I mean, he's been training hard. I mean, I don't know if he's really a professional boxer,
Well,
but he's been training hard.
he
Yeah.
definitely deserves his props, honestly. You know what? He's 10-1. He's got 7 knockouts. So you can't look past that. Now, is he knocking out real boxers? He's not, but he's knocking out some tough dudes, right? He fought who was his last fight? He
Mike
fought
Perry.
Mike Perry. Mike Perry was known as one of the best brawlers in the UFC.
Yeah.
But I knew going into that fight he was going to get picked apart because boxing and what they do in the UFC when they throw their hands, two completely
Well,
different
Mike Perry was the
sports.
champion in bare knuckles. And if
He
you ever
was.
watch that, man, those dudes have no technique.
So
They
yeah,
have
looking at
no
Jake
technique,
Paul,
man.
I'll give him credit, man. That dude can work it out. That dude is finally conditioned.
And I'll say this, props to him. He's the one that put all this together, actually. Think about this. He got the first major
Him and his
boxing
brother are
match
great promoters.
on net. I don't like his brother. His brother sucks. But anyways,
They are marketing geniuses.
yes, they
For
are,
sure,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they are. They are, man. Because his brother has the stupid drink that I don't like.
Prime.
Prime, yeah. I was so disappointed. There's a Mahomes is
He has a flavor.
yeah. I was a little disappointed to see that. Seeing his big ass poster holding a Prime. I'm just like, I don't like Prime. It's bad for kids. Anyways, I digress. Yes, because Zane wants that shit all the time, and I looked up the ingredients. I was like, you ain't ever having this shit, boy. So I got to think against Prime.
All right.
All right. Well, on another note, while Dolo is here on the show, he is a Green Bay Packers fan.
That's
I thought you
true.
was gonna say a Green Beret.
Well, he is in the army
I am
too.
Army.
Yeah, so
There you
maybe
go.
that's why he took.
Oh
Green
yeah.
Bay.
Hey, yeah. Thank you for your service there, Dolo.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for the support.
Yeah, Veterans Day was last Monday.
It was
So
a great day.
did you celebrate or you just kind of hung
He
out?
went to Bob Evans for a free lunch.
I did actually go to Bob Evans.
He went to
Did you?
Applebee's.
Really?
I
Did
did, for
Oh
breakfast.
no!
I got free food all day. Didn't
Really?
Yep,
It's
didn't even
good.
take out my debit card at all.
Good. You deserve it,
Nice.
man. You deserve
Nice.
it.
But for Green Bay, what are they doing? They've lost a couple games here recently. What's going on
Yeah.
with them? Are they in the first
Um,
place? Or what's their deal? Tell us about Green Bay.
We're young. That's really what I can say is we young. We got a young defense that's starting to gel a little bit, coming together more. Can't stay away from injuries, can't stay healthy. So that's causing that there. Same with our quarterback situation. Jordan Love, I love him, but God, yeah. Our receivers
Are
inconsistent.
young, so you are right. They're young, but
Yeah.
who's your running back? Right? Oh, you got
We got Josh Jacobs.
So
Yeah,
that's your.
that was a good pickup.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a good pickup.
Has he
by
been
us.
pretty solid? Yeah.
He's been all right. You could tell that he's still figuring out the offense a little bit.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
has those little hiccups every now and then. But other than that, he looks good.
Jordan Love has been injured, right? He's been.
Yeah,
He's
he's
had a-
been.
I think he got injured week 1 and we brought him back a little too early.
So he missed 2 weeks and he still leads the league in interceptions.
No
he needs to
way.
miss another 2 weeks.
Man,
He's still leading.
We're still 6-3. I'll take it.
That's-
Lead the
that's
league
pretty
in
good.
Yeah, with
interceptions.
that young
He's
team,
6-3.
think about what you said, right? It's a young team, and thank goodness for them, right? That they won early of the season, and so that they have this little hiccup or whatever, they
Mhm.
still have time to figure it out, man. They got some talent on that team, and Jordan Love is also on my fantasy football team, so you and I share a common interest there. We need him to do well,
Yes.
so
Yes,
That's
indeed
why
we do.
Tony's in last place in all his leagues.
dead ass last. Actually, that's not true. Danny Flores is actually
Oh, is
one
he?
game worse than me.
Okay.
In my league,
Okay.
but I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year I take over the title for that. So I'm gonna go for it in all 3 leagues this year.
All right. Yeah. Anything else as far as football goes? And we want to move on.
Go
Real-
Packers.
Go Pack. Who do you guys play this week?
Bears.
You should beat them.
Rival.
If you guys don't beat, is it in Chicago or in Green Bay?
It's in Chicago.
Cool. Have you ever been to a game in Green Bay?
I have
Chicago
not.
sucks.
I would love to.
Man, you know what? We'll make that happen, buddy. We'll make that happen.
Make that happen.
Let's make that happen. That would be. I've been to Wisconsin to watch a Brewers game. And man, they're the nicest people ever up there. So, man, I'm ready to go back. Ready to go back.
I got a question for you, Dolo. You watch UFC?
I do.
My man. So we have a few big fights tomorrow, right? So let's
There
just
is
talk
John Jones.
John Jones. That's
John
definitely
Bones
the main
Jones.
event. That's the main event, right? But we got Bo Nickel fighting. You familiar with Bo
Bo
Nickel?
Nickel
Great
times.
wrestler. Great wrestler.
Yes.
All American wrestler.
So before
Yeah.
we get too much into this, Casey Waltz's nephew actually did a tattoo for John Jones.
Eastside Moya
Oh,
representing.
yeah,
He did a
yeah.
tattoo on
And
Bones Jones, and we're gonna be
John
looking out for it.
Jones even invited him down. Did he already fly down there to do another one?
No. So this was prior. He invited him to come and take a flight to do another tattoo from it was another previous engagement or something. But my nephew reached out to John Jones. He goes, "Hey man, you got an extra ticket, whatever, for the fight?" He goes, "Oh shit, man," because you got to reach out to me like prior to that. And then my nephew was like, well, it's been 2 months.
He's like, you're like 7 months.
Yeah, maybe like
Minimum.
look at my schedule and shit, and then ask for future games. But yeah, I guess he was he could have went, but he asked too late. So
This is a nice little point.
but
Go ahead.
No, but yeah, a kid, growing up in Argentina and and KCK and doing tattoos on celebrities like Bones Jones. So be looking out. John Bones Jones has a tattoo on the back of his ear. I forgot which side. It looks like, I think it's a cross or something that goes down to his neck. So be looking out for that. That's
Well,
east side.
It'd be nice if we knew what side, but okay.
Shut up. All you gotta do is look on each side. Damn.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, Ti.
No, it's fine. So we got the final 3 fights, right? The big 3 fights. I'm excited about the Bo Nickel fight. I couldn't even tell you who he's fighting. I don't think it really matters. They're kind of bringing him along a little bit slow, and I'm fine with that. But I do feel that this is where we're going to start seeing his name to be more prominent. So he has a good showing tomorrow night. I think we're going to see him start to fight guys in the top 10. And I would tell you, I think by the end of 2025, there's a chance that he's going for the title shot. But let's talk about the last 2 fights, because I'm sure you know these fighters. This is an exciting fight. Charles Oliveira is going to be fighting Michael Chandler. Okay. For anyone that's knows them, right? Michael Chandler is kind of like the mini Mike Tyson, they say, right? Of the UFC. And he goes in there and he just swings like a wild man. He goes crazy. He's got energy. Like he does not, his tank never ends, right? So you have Charles Oliveira on the other side, who in a lot of fights, man, he'll maybe start out losing, but that guy is a savage. If he gets knocked down to the ground, man, you better not follow him, because he's going to submit you on the ground. You do not want to grapple with that guy. So
Royce Gracie, don't want to go to the ground.
Right, yeah, don't fuck with Royce Gracie.
Oh,
overtime. So for me, and then I want to get your thoughts. So I think Charles Oliveira is gonna last him out, and it's gonna end in a rear naked choke, is how I see it going. I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on that fight?
If it's early, if I'm going knockout, I'm going Michael Chandler early, just because he's wild. Charles is more of a technician. He's gonna wear him down. I don't think his chin is that strong for Michael Chandler's punches. So I got Michael early knockout.
I want to say one time to you, Dolo. Talking to the mic, bro.
Oh, got you.
Talking to this part right here, where the thing is. Turn.
Oh,
Yeah, there
okay.
you there. Oh,
All
now I
right,
can hear
I
you,
figured it
man.
out.
Now I can hear you. There we go.
And then we have the main event, right? You got Steve Miocic and you have John Jones. I personally don't think it's a matter of who's going to win. It's how's John Jones going to win is the way I see it. And I'm going to call it right now. It is going to be a 2nd round ground and pound knockout.
I'm calling it. Ooh. Let's go 2nd round guillotine standing.
Standing?
Okay.
That's pretty.
He thinks
pretty.
So he thinks that maybe Miocic might get hit a little bit. He's going to go to grab Jones, and Jones is going to hem up that guillotine. Okay, I like that.
Right. Any other?
We're on the
big
same
fights?
page. No, I mean, that's really it. And then obviously we got the big fight tonight. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. We're about to finish this up and go upstairs and watch this.
All right. Are we all ready for
Real quick?
real quicks?
So, Dolo, real quick, is this a quick something about what's going on in sports today.
Yep, just a brief mention on.
I don't know if
anything.
you have any. You might want to think on them while we say something.
I don't know if I have any.
All right, here's everybody's favorite segment, Real Quicks from the Ask the Boys. Bobby Witt Jr. wins battling title, Golden Glove, Silver Slugger in the same season.
That's legit right there. man.
And nope. Well, Aaron A-Rod was the only other one that did that, but not in the same season, though. He is the first one to ever do that. Woo!
Real
quick.
Oh, go ahead. T.I.
Shout out to Morgan at Purple Labels for fire haircuts. That's all.
Oh, did you get a haircut?
I got
bro?
it. Yeah.
Well, why are you wearing?
I have a
then,
new
man?
barber's dress. Yeah.
I mean, what happened to the last one you were all high up on and you're shouting out?
Oh,
The one that was talking all the time?
Yeah, it was like the first time was great, right? Came on the show, gave the shout out, like,
I'm
man,
about
great
to fuck this
haircut.
motherfucker up. I'm
And
cutting his
then
hair
it was
right
like
now.
the next two haircuts, like she like, and one of them she was in an argument on. I'm like,
No, you
just,
didn't.
like, finish your
Are you listening to
conversation.
my conversation?
I was like, like, want me to come back?
I'll cut you, boy.
Like-
I'll cut you.
So yeah, shout out to Morgan.
Real quick, apparently Anthony Richardson is all rested up and ready to come back as a starting quarterback.
Yippee. Real quick, KU women's soccer team are Big 12 champs. Congratulations, ladies.
Real quick, the NBA Cup is going on right now. Do you know? Did you know? I
Yeah.
don't think you did.
Nobody cares about that one.
I know.
Real quick, we already talked about that one. Current, moving on with the win. Chawinga is her only goal, and they're moving on. They're going to play this Sunday at 2:00 for the not for the cup yet, but they're going to keep on moving on. Congratulations, ladies.
Real quick, Travis Kelce hits up the Jelly Roll concert without Taylor Swift. Is there trouble in paradise?
No.
I don't know.
Real quick, maybe she wasn't invited by Jelly Roll.
Real quick, you could have bought a ticket for her.
Oh well, that's what happens when I'm out of real quick. So
Real quick, does she really have to buy a ticket?
Right.
Come on. Real quick, Kareem Hunt predicts the blocked field goal. Did you guys see that on the sideline?
Was
He was
saying
calling
that?
it. Oh, he goes, "Oh, we're gonna block it. We're gonna block it."
Oh, look
Oh,
at Mike's
he-
jacket right there.
I love
Yeah,
that jacket.
I was about to say,
Yeah, that's
real
right.
quick, I heard Mike Tyson is wearing a badass jacket right now.
Yeah,
Tune
yeah.
into Netflix. You'll see what we're talking about.
I'm gonna get that jacket, and I'm gonna have my face on it. It's gonna say Casey Waltz. It's gonna be all leather, just like that. It's gonna be badass.
It's going to be
You got
pleather.
one? You want?
Real quick, Shannon, the special teams wins Player of the Week for four
Yeah,
tackles
Yeah,
and
he should.
one field goal block. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know he
The
blocked
field
the
goal
field
block?
goal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dolo,
you
did
guys
you
know
see
about
that field goal block? Did you see it?
Did you see it?
No, I had already turned off the game.
Oh man.
All
Come
right,
on,
baby.
bro.
You guys like the way I talk.
Real quick, LeBron James and Netflix is being sued by filmmaker, saying you jacked my movie script
What movie script?
for Res Ball. This guy is saying that he stole their movie.
Space Jam 2?
No, it's called Res Ball.
Who the hell was going to go watch Resball? Like a
Well,
movie
it's on
called
Netflix.
Resball anyway.
It's on Netflix. It's like number 3 in movies. Go watch
It
it.
says Resball.
Wait.
It can have my favorite actor, and it's like if they named it Resball, I'm skipping the movie. What a dumb fucking name.
What does
Just gonna throw
Resball
it out
mean?
there.
Is that reservation?
I have yes.
I'm going a little
Exactly
hard on
what
the
it
Oh,
is.
name.
so
but-
so Native
Yes.
Americans
It's a
playing ball.
yes. It's
all right,
about a Native
I'm
American.
going to go ahead and take back my comment.
No, too late, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think
hey, we're live. No editing. We're
He
live.
definitely said that.
Anti-women, anti-Native Americans. Yeah, geez,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go ahead and take that
Anti-women,
shit
anti-Native
back.
Americans.
I should have looked up. I should have looked it up.
That's
before I said
actually
anything.
that actually is pretty interesting because
Oh, good
man,
stuff.
I tell you what, we played against Native Americans. Am I right? They were
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah. They were
badass.
badass, dude.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
played. As
They are hard.
They played as a great team, dude.
Oh fuck yeah!
Very cohesive.
Real quick,
We love our Resballers.
Matt Nagy, the Jets' next head coach, and on top of that, Deion Sanders, the Cowboys' next head coach.
Ooh, Deion Sanders has been rumored a lot of places. A lot of places.
Ooh, He's gonna go. He's gonna go to the Cowboys. You get the idea there, Dolo? You got one? No, baby.
Real quick, Lindsey Vaughn is coming back to skiing after retiring for 5 years.
Nah, she needs to stay out of it. She's
I know she's
actually
40.
pretty hot. I like her.
She's
pretty
hot, but she's.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, she's 40. She probably should have stayed retired.
Yeah. Any other real quicks?
I'm done.
I'm done.
It looks like we are all done. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was another fine episode of the Ad Astra Boys. Enjoy the fight. Enjoy this episode. And we will see you suckers later. Suckers! Not yet, man. It's going to go viral soon. You should do our intro from here on out. Ladies and gentlemen.